this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to break through limiting beliefs and the one question you can ask yourself to start that process. Hey guys, it's Abby and welcome back to another video. I hope you enjoy this change of pace outside right now and experiencing and enjoying nature. So, limiting beliefs. One of the questions is, how do you know if it's actually limiting you? How do you know if this belief is real or not? How do you know what to believe and what to sink your teeth into and what to let go so you can move on to a higher, more evolved, more aware version of yourself? Well, that is the magical question. So I got this idea from a book called Tufty the Princess, written by Vladimir Zeland, who is a Russian physicist and absolutely one of the most intelligent people I've ever even heard of based on the ideas and concepts he's presented. He has a book called Reality Transurfing, which is an 800-page book all about reality shifting and basically how to create the life that you want rather than the life that you're going to have to live. So the idea of beliefs is absolutely incredibly important to our experience in life. And as I've talked about on several other videos, we basically have an identity, and that identity forms our entire experience, because from that identity, we have a series of beliefs that basically is a structure to, be the umbrella process or umbrella structure of the whole thing. So our identity is held together by a multitude of different beliefs, and those beliefs have happened and been formed based on experiences we've had, based on meaning we've given those, based on our environment growing up, based on the people we've interacted with, all sorts of different interactions and experiences that have led to the formation of these beliefs. Now, what happens is rarely do people ask themselves, is this belief helping me? Is this belief bringing me value? Is it taking me closer to the life I want to live? Or is it actually imprisoning me to a past version of myself I no longer wish to experience? Now, it's hard sometimes to pull apart what is the valuable beliefs and what are things that no longer serve you. So the one thing that really stood out in this book is he talks about why can't you escape it? So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I have a certain belief about my life. Oh, I can't do this because. And then I simply asked myself, well, why can't I escape it? What's keeping me from escaping it? And it really froze me in my tracks. On certain beliefs I had, it was like I literally went to give the excuse, give the rationale, and it just stopped me. And I got this interesting visual that I wanted to share with you. It reminded me of, what I saw was myself pushing against a wall. It was like the front of a house, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get out. I want to get out of this thing, this limiting belief. If only there was a way. The door's locked, all the windows are barred shut. There's no way I can get out, right? I am trapped in this limiting belief. And then, as I'm pushing against that resistance, the second I heard that idea of why can't you escape it? Well, mentally, I looked around and I realized there was only one wall to that belief. There was only one wall. I looked around, there was nothing else. So think of like a play, right? When they only make the front of the building. Well, a limiting belief, I think, is a lot like that. The way that you give it life is by the resistance and that you're outputting. It's actually helping hold it up. If you think about one side has, some 2x4s and the other side is you pushing it together. If you just left it there on its own, it would actually collapse or fall over as the winds of your life change. But when you're pushing it against it and all that resistance that you think, oh, I'm trying so hard to get out. Oh, if only this circumstance, if only I could escape it. And you look around and realize there are no other walls holding you in. That limitation is literally held in by your resistance to it. And if you could open up and understand that it's not true and that you can escape it, you can choose to let go and you can choose to stop resisting it, because it is simply an excuse that you've given yourself, and that's formed by your self-image. It's formed by your identity. So as you start thinking about what are some limiting beliefs in your life right now, is it that you wish that you could make more money in the world? You wish that you could have a relationship with someone who would just unconditionally love you and accept you on who you were, but you're finding yourself trapped and you're pushing against that resistance. You're trying and going out in the world and trying, so hard and trying to emulate like, oh, okay, I want to be this person. If I can have it in my life on my inner world, then I can have it reflected in my outer world. And you're just finding it's not happening. What's keeping it and fortifying it in your experience is your resistance to it, to its imprisonment. But in the end, there's a Prince meme that says, when you try to play Prince, you only play yourself. And that's pretty much what I think. It's a really funny meme. At the same time, it's really true in this situation. Like, literally, your resistance is keeping it fortified. Whatever excuse you're giving right now and why you can't have a different life, why you can't have a different circumstance, maybe you're saying, oh, well, I would like a life like that with more freedom, but I have kids and I have responsibilities. Of course, there are responsibilities. And there are other options to making the responsibilities, making financial resources possible, making emotional resources, all the stuff. There's more than one way to get there. So is the excuse you're giving yourself and the resistance that's keeping you there, is that true? Can you escape it? And if you can't escape it, why? Really start going down in this journey of really disassembling this belief, because it is a one-walled structure. That's not a structure. It's a figment of your imagination. And I'm not at all downplaying or invalidating anything you're going through. I understand it's difficult. Most of that difficulty is the meaning you're giving the circumstances and situation in your life. If you can open up and saying, okay, well, maybe this is directing me to something for a better life, right? If there's what you see as an obstacle, rather than seeing as a limitation, absolute, that you can't have it, or like, oh, okay, well, what is another way I could go about this? Maybe I need to seek some help. Maybe I need to ask some questions to give you a paradigm and an understanding about life or about the situation that you never thought of before. So when you're going about looking at these limitations, realize that the biggest limitation are the limitations you put on yourself. If you see things as barriers that make it absolutely no, like, oh, since this happened, then I'll never. Situations like that and phrases in your head should automatically signal a red flag. Or think about a referee in a game throwing the yellow flag, or, swiping up in soccer, a red flag, or whatever cards they show. They do. Red card, yellow card. That should be you. There should be a little internal referee in there saying, whoa, hang on a second, we got a problem here, because I can't do this because of that. Absolutely, those are one-sided structures. That's not true. You are the creator of your reality. You are and have so much more possibility and potential. If you have a desire right now to have a different experience in your life, just in the book, The Science of Getting Rich says, a desire is unexpressed potential. You have the potential inside of you. All you need to do is find the water, a safe place to just let it grow. Give it the chance, give it the opportunity, and try things out. You might fail 15 times. Anybody who has a great skill in life failed way more than 15, 20, 100. But they believed in their vision. They believed that the desire that came through was worth having it being expressed. So make a choice that what you desire in that life that you visualize and want so badly, it deserves a place in the world because it lives in you. It wants to come out. So ask yourself, why can't I escape this thing I don't want and have the thing I really want? What is it about it? And start breaking down those limiting beliefs, because they're lies that you were told. And now what you don't understand is now you're retelling those lies to yourself, keeping you in a situation that you don't want to be in. So you get to choose. You get to choose to let go of those beliefs right now, instantly. As soon as you realize it's a one-sided structure, that whatever it is in your life, you can escape. Not responsibilities, but the beliefs of why you can't have what you want. So break through the limitations that are holding you back. Let them go. Let go of the idea that you have to resist and push through and it has to be so hard. There are beliefs and ideas that are holding your identity together. When you choose to shift who you think you're capable of, your entire belief system will start to shift and reflect that. I'm rooting for you. You deserve to have your dream expressed in the world and live your dream. We all do. That is why we were born with desire. That is why we are born with these ideas that are so much different than each other's. So believe in yourself and believe in the dream and root for yourself as I'm rooting for you, because I want to see what you have in store. I want to see what contribution you have that's uniquely special to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, sponsored by nature. And if you did find value in it, please share it with somebody that you think can benefit from it. Click like if you liked it. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe and hit the bell notification, which is going to help you know exactly when I release my next video, which is every single day. I'll see you on the next one.